Hi and welcome to another inbox review. This time we're looking at the Airfix 148 scale Junkers Ju87R2/B-2 Stuka. Usual Airfix kind of red box, fairly large box. I seem to remember the original 148 scale Stuka that I built many years ago being quite a tiny little box. But this is in quite a large box. Bits and pieces around the sides, some nice CAD images of the built-up kit. We get a full engine, which is good. Bits and pieces and warnings, etc. We have on here kit number. Do we have the kit number on here? Yes, it's A07115. Looks like we've got cartograph decals. Interestingly, I noticed on the front here it actually is designed and manufactured in the UK, which is interesting. We've got two decal options there, which is nice. A little bit of information on the aircraft, and then we've also got, there we are, the length 229 millimeters, width 288 millimeters, and 161 parts. So that all looks good. Right, let's take a look. I have actually taken the parts out of the bags already, because I actually did try to do this. Will be my second attempt at doing a video, because I had a bit of a sound issue, so hopefully this one's going to come out all right. But we'll start with the instructions. Usual, more modern type of Airfix instructions in sort of multiple colours. A bit of information on the Stuka, specifications on the aircraft in different languages, and assembly instructions. Now, there is a big decision here to be made. That is whether you have the engine displayed. You can't kind of have the engine and the cowlings on by the looks of things. So you're going to have to make that decision fairly early on whether you're going to bother to build the engine or whether you're just going to have it all buttoned up. Seems a shame because it does look pretty cool. So that's good. And then it pretty much cracks on with the build. Now we've got this nice large wing spar, which is probably quite helpful to get the right sort of angles on the wings, keep everything nice and strong. Various bits and pieces going together here, ammunition buckets, ammunition itself, seats, and this is the main part of the cockpit going together. Looks like there's a reasonable level of detail here. Gunner's seat. Then there's this call out here for the different holes, whether you're going to have it with a stand sold separately, or I guess some of these will be for, I don't know, there's different holes here for two different stands, slightly odd. Maybe you can just have the stand in different positions. I'm not sure. Maybe if you wanted to have it so diving, you'd have it at the back there. Or yeah, don't know. It's not overly clear why there's three different positions. Then we've got some sidewalls going on. Lots of little detail here and detail paint call outs. All Humbrol colours as normal. The other side panel, main fuselage going together. Then interestingly, it then drops on to the main cockpit part that you've just built. We've got here, yeah, there we go, shows you how to put it and pop it in. We then go on to the start of the, oh no, this is the instrument panel. There's a decal by the looks of things there. The clear part for the pilot to view for when he's dive bombing, I guess. We've then got various bits and bobs. Then we've got the firewall here, and then there's holes again for fuel tanks or bombs options. Again on the other wing, and there's the wings. Now you can cut out the gun bay area if you wish to display the guns. I guess that's an option. You don't have to do it. Then building up the guns. Main wings going on. Then we've got the horizontal stabilizer all going together there. And then this is the bit with a question mark. Obviously, you can decide whether you're going to build these, 34 to 52, or you can pretty much skip that part and go straight on and just assemble this the main front part without the engine. Yeah, so that sort of takes you through the different options. Then you've got various wheels going together here, dive brakes, etc. Looks nice. Nice clear instructions, you know, typical of the modern Airfix kit. Then we've got this option for bombs, fuel tanks, larger bomb in the middle here, and then we come on to the sort of clear components, and the propeller, various bits and pieces, aerials and antennas going on. And then we've got our two schemes. We've got one for the R2, which is Greece, spring 1941, with this kind of fairly typical RML 7071 splintered camo. And obviously there's the decal options there. Then we've got this one in Libya with a more sort of desert type scheme, which again is nice options there. And that's pretty much it for the instructions. Okay, let's go on to the parts. Grab the main larger sprue here, fuselage parts here. We've got a nice, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick this up, but hopefully if it'll decide to behave and focus. There we go. You can see, probably see there, you've got a nice recessed panel lines and some riveting, not over the top riveting, which is good. Again, on the horizontal stabilizers, looks nice. And the dive brakes. Yeah, you're going to have to be a bit careful here. Touch wood, I don't think any of my parts have broken off yet, but I'm sure before the build is complete, there'll be some repairs needed on those. The parts all look good. It appears to be flash free. This is actually frame C. We've got some ribbing here, although there is some fairly ugly injector pin marks here that will probably need to go. Although I think once the sidewalls are fitted, you shouldn't see them too much, but they may need a bit of sanding down or filling there. That's that sprue. That looks nice. Then let's go on to the next two large sprues in the box. We've got the lower wings and that sort of middle section of the wings. Again, recessed panel lines, not too over the top, and there's lots of riveting there as well, which is nice. We've got the bombs, the fuel tanks. They're all in two halves. These are for the machine guns in the wings, if you want to display them open. All the small parts look quite nice, not too much of an issue there. Again, the wings themselves, a nice combination of recessed panel lines and riveting, which is good. Then we've got our upper wings, wheels, weight on wheels, which is good. Again, it's all nicely recessed with some nice rivets, recessed rivets as well. Hopefully you can see that okay. The wheels themselves look pretty good. No flash again, nice. Then we come on to some of the smaller parts. A couple of the frets up here. So we've got the engine block here, propeller blade, a couple of different types of nose parts for the propeller, the engine mounts. Again, the detail, I'd say, is pretty good for the engine. Not bad for certainly an injection molded kit. Again, there doesn't seem to be any ugly flash, which is good. The parts are fairly crisp, so that's nice. We then got a few more bits, a different type of propeller option. Various parts for the engine again. Here, the exhausts. Again, the parts are nice. Details quite good. There. Then we come to our last two grey sprues. This is where we look at the main, this is the kind of main spar where you build up the cockpit. We've got the sidewalls here. They appear to be quite nicely detailed. That's the firewall, radio equipment, And then we've got various bits and pieces here. Instrument panel is actually quite nice. Seat, etc. Again, all the parts look clean. There doesn't seem to be any noticeable flash. Certainly I think it's going to give you any problems anyway. And finally, this is the kind of cowling, engine cowling, radiator parts. I suspect there's two options here, whether you're going to have the engine exposed or whether you're going to have it all buttoned up. Again, the detail is nice. They've got some nice raised rivets here. Let's see if it's going to play ball in focus. It all looks good. So that's it for our main plastic parts. We've then got clear parts. They're very thin actually, very thin compared to some Airfix kits. They look really nice and clear as well. Nice clear parts. Everybody can see that. Really could do with a mask set. There's a lot to be done there. I think you could. Yes, you're going to struggle, I think, to cut tape here because it's not all proud, some of the actual framing. So a mask set's probably going to help enormously there. And then finally, we've got a small decal sheet. It's that sort of satin. It's not the nice glossy ones you sometimes get with Cartograph. It is a more satin coat, but it all looks nice, nice and crisp, sharp. There's not a lot of carrier film on there. You know, there is some carrier film here between say the A and the N, so you might want to, if you're careful with the scalpel, you might want to try and remove that. And the same with some of these others, but you know, the main crosses are all really nice, clear, sharp images. Good. Well, that looks like a really nice kit. I'm looking forward to putting that one together. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.